Disclaimer: all songs and videos used in this Vocaloid video are strictly for review and critique purposes, which all fall under the fair use policy. My intentions are to encourage the awareness of Vocaloid and to support the producers and the growth of Vocaloid as a whole. All credit is given to the original producers of these songs and videos down in the description below. Hey guys, it's Angie Chu. So as most of you know, I am a huge fan of music. I've constantly got music going on. It's rare that I'm doing something and there's not music playing around me. And while rock and EDM are my preferred topics of choice, there's a lot of different styles that I'm really into, one of those being the Vocaloid series. Now I get a lot of flack from friends in the car if I start playing Vocaloid songs when they give me the aux cord, but there's a lot of really good songs out there, and over the next couple weeks I want to start showing different styles of Vocaloid songs. And today I want to start things out with my top 5 creepiest and most terrifying Vocaloid songs. When most people think of Vocaloid, they think happy and cutesy, and that's not always the case. A lot of these songs are originally made and a lot have very dark backstories. So we're going to go ahead and go through the top 5. I'll show you guys the video and the song and go over a little bit of what the video is about. Let's get started. Coming in at number 5, we have Fear Garden by Kagamine Rin. This song features Rin killing and stealing the hands of other Vocaloid characters and then planting sad hands in their garden. I'm not making this up, you can watch the video yourself. We start the video with Rin maniacally stabbing an unknown figure in order to acquire their hand. After a very upbeat and disturbing music video, Rin begins insinuating that all of this story is a lie, yet at the end we see her hiding her brother Lin's hand in a flower pot in her room. Well, I mean, that's one way to bond with your siblings. I wonder if a plant with multiple Lins will sprout. Coming in at number 4, we have Bacterial Contamination. Now this song comes with a message with it. It's about bullying. Bacterial Contamination features grotesque scenes and scary parts that may shock some people. The first thing they'll notice is the scary footage of Miku and the germs quickly covering her. This appears as the bullying first comes to work. If you interpret it this way, the bullying takes the form of the germs and covers Miku with them. When she's fully taken over, it represents how she was swallowed by the virus, in this case the bullying, and how it can destroy someone. When she describes that she has been fully consumed by the germs and wants to spread the virus, she means how she is now going to bully other people due to the bullying that she experienced that now consumes her. So it actually wasn't Miku's fault, and she actually goes on to explain that she's going to apologize for whoever she spreads this virus to. To be honest, I really like this song. It describes how people can be horrible and in turn turn us into monsters, consuming us, taking us over. Coming in at number 3, we have See You Hide and Seek. So this is the first video we're showing that has a very deep and rich kind of backstory to it. The way the story goes, the devil, contrary to popular belief, is actually a rather mischievous teenage girl. And much like her physical appearance, she also had the mentality of a teenage girl, despite being around for thousands of years and having knowledge beyond any other human mortal's capacity, and thus she got bored very easy. So one century in the dead of the night, she thought up a game, and this game would span for centuries and never have a true winner but herself. The teenage girl, aka the devil, left her mansion for the first time in a millennia and wandered into a village. She hid her true intentions under a mask of innocent friendliness and playfulness and played with all the children. All the while, during each game of tag and ring around the rosy, she carefully scrutinized each of the children. Later that night, she snuck back into the village and located a small girl. She whispered into her ear, "You, my dear child, have been chosen by the devil to play an eternal game. Do me proud." The girl lay there for a little bit and then slowly lifted herself into a seated position with her eyes closed. With a smirk, she opened her eyes, and her formerly blue irises were now a blood-red crimson. 4 weeks later, her lifeless body was found in the house of a young boy who himself had recently gone missing, and this game of hide and seek has gone on for centuries now. In this scenario, the only victor is the devil herself, the teenage girl, and this game just keeps going on and on for centuries with more and more children being taken. Coming in at number 2 is one of my personal favorites, Kagome Kagome, also known as Circle You, Circle You. Now this song is traditionally a Japanese children's game, and the song is associated with that game. One person is chosen as the Oni, which literally means a demon or an ogre, and they sit blindfolded in the center of a circle. The other children join hands and walk in circles around the Oni while chanting the song for the game. When the song stops, the Oni tries to name the person standing directly behind them. Now there's a really creepy backstory, of course, that goes along with all of this. During World War II, Nazi scientists proposed that the brain had a universal kill switch, and they infiltrated an orphanage in Hiroshima, experimenting on the orphan children to try to figure out how to successfully remove this kill switch. Now, some of these procedures were successful, while others, the children died or just never woke up again. The children that did wake up appeared normal at first, just like any of the other children, but they started to notice that these children would stroll carelessly with blank smiles on their faces and their eyes staring directly at you. They also loved playing the game Circle You, Circle You. And the way this worked in this scenario is to win, you had to stay perfectly still and then guess the name of the child standing behind you. If you flinched at any time during the song, you would lose, and if you incorrectly named who was behind you, you would also lose. And if you flinched or incorrectly named the person behind you or just refused to play, then they would kill you. The original experimented child was decapitated, which is actually shown in the video. Now, most creepypastas are fabricated, but this one is one of my favorites because not only is it creepy, but also Germany did send a research team to Japan during World War II to experiment immortality via the brain, and they did experiment on children in an orphanage. So maybe you should watch out whenever you play Kagome Kagome. And coming in at number 1, we have Secrets of Wisteria. Now, Secrets of Wisteria is nowhere near as creepy as Kagome Kagome, but it is a hell of a lot more disturbing. This is the true story of a pedophilic rapist, cannibal, and serial killer known as Alfred Fish. And this video is from the perspective of 9-year-old Grace Budd, whose murder led to Fish's arrest. That's why you see the name Gracie appearing in this video. After kidnapping her, strangling her, cooking her, and eating her, yeah, I'm not making this up, you can Google it, Wikipedia it, go to the library, this is true. Fish wrote an anonymous letter to Bud's family, explaining that he did not rape her, but that she was very tasty. Yeah. Detectives were able to trace the letter back to Fish, where he later committed to other murders and was eventually executed by the electric chair. What makes this video even more creepy is you hear kind of the weird robotic chanting at the end. If you reverse that, you actually have an anecdote from part of the letter that Alfred Fish wrote to Grace Budd's family.
I choked her to death, then cut her in small pieces, so I could take my meat to my rooms, cook and eat it. How sweet and tender her little ass was roasted in the oven. It took me 9 days to eat her entire body. I did not fuck her though. I could have, had I wished. She died a virgin.
Whatever helps you sleep at night. So that is my top 5 of the most terrifying and creepy Vocaloid songs. Now there are so many other creepy songs out there, so feel free to put in the comments below what some of your favorites are, ones that you might want me to check out in case I haven't heard of them already, or ones that you want to share with the rest of the audience. And be sure to subscribe to the channel for future content. As I mentioned, I'm going to start doing different Vocaloid type videos, different categories of Vocaloid songs, just to share with you guys what all Vocaloid is about. And of course, I'll be having my normal reviews, unboxing, sketches, all of that fun stuff still coming to you weekly on the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time, my CHUUUSTERs. Bye!